All right, we'll go ahead and get started. Got just about everybody here. Oh, excuse me, need to get more coffee in me. All right, I meant to record like a message explaining this a little bit more, but I didn't record the message yesterday. But hopefully it made sense when you saw this. So I meant to do this earlier in the month, but better late than never. So February is Career Technical Education Month, and so you might hear the phrase CTE thrown around a lot, and that's just short for Career and Technical Education, which is what we do, what Eastside is. So I was wanting to get, if anyone was willing to just record a short, and again, you can just literally do it like sitting straight here in front of your computer and record it that way, or record it, on your phone. Just remember to do it landscape. But just a little thing that I can put on, I've been putting all month little, if any of y'all follow our Instagram, I've been putting little like statistic posts, about CTE, like something like 95% of kids that are enrolled in CTE classes go on to, I think, I don't want to quote, I'll get all my quotes mixed up, but statistics, cool, really cool, fun facts. So I just thought it'd be cool too to go along with our promotion for CTE month, which obviously is wrapping up here in the next few days. If I could get some students just to record a thing, saying, the thing I love the most about Eastside, are the getting to apply what I know in, or whatever, or the teachers, or the meeting really interesting students who are interested in the same things as me, whatever it is that you like about it. And then what I want, because I want to do, if I get enough, so far I got one from PM, but if I get enough, what I also like to do is also edit it into a little longer one, because I want, if everyone at the end, says their sentence, I love CTE because the classes are fun, and then stop and smile, and then just say CTE is for me, because I have an idea that I want to do something with that. So at any rate, if anyone's willing to record one of those, and again, you could just sit here and record it straight on your computer, just framed up, normal, like the bus shot. I'll give you 25 bonus points that you can add to any assignment, or split it up, 5 points here, 10 points there, at the end of the semester, if you want to spread the points out. But anyway, if anyone does that, just you can, and I actually, I need someone that sent it to me. It should be short enough. He sent it to me just as an attachment in an email. So just go ahead and do that. And then if you have a problem, you can always share it to me in Google Drive or whatever. But anyway, if any of y'all are willing to do that, that would be awesome, and a nice way to earn some extra bonus points. So, and ideally, if I can get this, by tomorrow. So if you think you're going to do it, if today, when we're done, might be a good time to knock it out. Because as I said, I've been meaning to ask about this all month, and it just the month got away from me. I looked at the calendar and I'm like, oh my goodness, the month's almost over. So, then secondly, because I think, we didn't meet yesterday. So I guess you all saw or heard by now that you all are returning to school here soon, but not to Eastside. So that was a huge disappointment, but baby steps. But, I asked a little bit more about it, and it's simply because they just don't have enough bus drivers. Like, what they're kind of doing well to get all y'all to school, but then once they get you at school, then getting on another bus to get, they just simply, sadly, do not have enough bus drivers. So I know they're working very hard to do that. I've seen some advertisements for it. They've upped the salary to try to attract more bus drivers. But, you know, sadly, a lot of them had to go look for some other work because I think they were on the, like, they did try to entice them to stay with a reduced salary or something. I don't know the details, but certainly understandable. So at any rate, we'll all keep our fingers crossed that that will resolve itself sooner instead of later, so we can get y'all back over at East Side. But you know, it will happen soon. I'm very optimistic about that. So we'll be back over at East Side really, really soon, so we can start really diving into our broadcasts, which will be a lot easier to do than the way we've been doing them. So with that, want to go back to our planning that we have been doing on our broadcast, because we really need to finalize that today. So we're kind of prepared to move forward and make assignments as needed. Let me go back here and see where I put that. Ooh, I'm so sorry. I keep yawning. Drink more of this coffee here. Let's see. Monday. I think I put it in here. Okay, here we go. All right. So, Amaya, I'm going to start with you, since you kind of had some pretty wonderful specific things going there. Have you had an opportunity yet to reach out to your people, you know, with the little entrepreneurial, I can't talk. You know what I'm trying to say.
No, ma'am.
Okay, so if you can try to reach out to her today and see if that's something she's available to do, either via Zoom or, you know, are y'all friends, or is she just someone you know who you buy from?
Someone I know I buy from.
Okay, so if you can maybe reach out and see if she's available, tell her what we're doing, and see if she's available to you know, do a Zoom or something with you to talk about it. And then if it's something that that you need, like, are y'all's do you all have like Zoom accounts to sign into this, or do you just click the link and sign in? I don't know what Zoom.
We have Zoom accounts, but I clicked the link too.
Okay, so are you able, like, you have like Amaya's, and to where, like, if you wanted to host your own and record it, you could?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, I didn't know, because I was gonna say if you couldn't and needed to use mine, like, I can host it and record it. But so Amaya, if you don't mind reaching out to her maybe today and see if she's available here in the next you know, today, tomorrow, or through the weekend, to do a little Zoom thing that you can record and have by Monday in a perfect world, that would be great. Or in the least, just reach out and see when she's available, and we can get a date on the calendar. Because if she's not available, you know, we might need to put, I love I don't want to not do it. I love the segment. So we might need to push it back to another, if she's not available immediately.
You want me to do the segment with her tomorrow?
No. I want you to just reach out to her and see when she's available, like within the next few days. Just say, hi, would you be willing to, this is what we want to do. Can you do a little Zoom segment where you'll put your computer on the counter or whatever, and you can hold up things and talk about it. Just see if she's available to do it within the next, you know, and we don't know how often she checks her little business messages. So I would send her the message, you know, like this morning, because that way, if she's not checking it until the weekend, the message is waiting for her. But if she does check it, it gives her time to get back to you, and then we can see, you know, if ideally, I'd love it if she's available on short notice in the next few days. But if she's not, and she's like, "Oh, I'm available next Friday or next Wednesday when if there knows it." We can at least get it on the calendar and plan around it. So, and then Amaya, did you have any thoughts yet on what you thought would be fun for a family game show? You there, Amaya?
I'm sorry. No, I wasn't. I did throw up, and I'm over here trying to
Uh-oh.
clean up his throw up, and then clean him up, and then
Why is he sick?
I don't know. I think he's not reacting. He had stomach problem, and he's not reacting well to his diet right now. Because sometimes he reacts well, sometimes he doesn't. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, bless his
Just a runt. So he has like a lot of
Oh,
going on. Yeah, he doesn't feel good.
bless his heart.
But what was your question?
Well, the question was, did you have come up with any game or ideas yet that you wanted to do with the family game show?
I was thinking maybe for like comedic relief, because I know that how they would react if it's my family. Like, one person get like super hard questions that no one will ever know,
Okay.
and then the other person get the easiest stuff. Like, and then they're like, "What the heck is going on here? How are they getting the easy questions, and I'm getting stuff people will never know?" And then I just know that they would just react a really funny way.
I feel like you've got these two, and I mean, I love both ideas, but if you're feeling like that's too, because I feel like you've got these two, the biggest things in our show, if that's too much for right now, be thinking on that one too, Amaya, and because we might want to split that up because I feel like that's two large segments for one person to be doing in one show. So think on it on the weekend, fine tune it, and then if you think we need to hold off and you just do one and not the other, that's fine. But just be thinking on that one too. So let's look at the rest of this. So let's move on to the celebrity tweets. So who among you, and oh, hi, Ethan, I forgot to say hello. And I did, I think Gabriel and I were just talking about, I did talk to Caitlin yesterday. So or not yesterday, Tuesday. I did hear from Caitlin. Hopefully she had some, anyway, she'll probably share when she gets back. But anyway, she's well, she'll be with us again. So I was happy to hear from her. So let's see here. So who among you, does anyone or any of y'all big on Twitter? Do any of you all look at tweets on Twitter, follow Twitter? Anybody into Twitter? No people Twitter? Okay. So let's see. We'll go back to that one. Who is interested in, and I might have in fact, let me do that. Let's just do this. On the finding photos to caption, and they don't have to be news, they can just be any, like sometimes there's some animal ones that are hilarious. I saw, and I'll have to go find where I saw, I think it was National Geographic or someone recently had all of these great photos of, like, a lot of them were wildlife, but that's why I think it was National Geographic photographers, where they caught animals in motion. So like a squirrel falling from a tree, and he's like, ah! Like, they were these really funny facial expressions on these animals that were hilarious. I'll go back and find that. But some of those might be fun to caption. So this is going to be my assignment to everyone. Because if everybody finds one that they think would be a fun one to play with, we'll have, so not me, myself included. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then Caitlin 8. So that'd be 8 photos. So that's what I want everyone to do. I want everyone to go find one photo that they want to be our to play that game with. So find that between now and Monday, because ideally Monday we'll try to kind of record this like kind of in class and put it together that way. We'll try it that way. And then tweets, let's do the same thing. Since we don't have anyone who's like a big Twitter person, let's just all of us go onto Twitter and find one tweet each. That's, and let's look for kind of like funny ones or, something entertaining that'll be fun. But also that kind of, so maybe each of you can find your favorite, whoever your favorite celebrity or musician is. Why don't you go to that person and find one of their tweets? That might be the easiest way to do it instead of just haphazardly, randomly going into Twitter. So just kind of go to your, okay, so the question was asked, does it have to be your photo or any photo? I would find any photo. As I said, like I'm going to go find those, the National Geographic ones. I saw the animals because those were pretty funny. So yeah, just any photo that you find, and we'll say something to the effect of, and this will be considered a fair use of someone else's photo, because we're not just presenting it as whatever. Like we could be like, this photo taken by National Geographic in their annual wildlife issue show, like we would set it up that way, and then that way, because it's kind of like when can you also what my computer doing? Can you, yeah, I'm still there. Okay. Remind me later. Okay, sorry about that. Some big update flashed across my screen. So yeah, just go find a photo out there. So, and a lot of times it might be something that's popped up on your Instagram or Twitter or Facebook or whatever social media you're on, because a lot of times when people see funny stuff, they obviously share it. So it could be that way. You could Google funny photos. I mean, that might turn up something. So just find something. Now, of course, if you have your own photo that maybe someone captured a funny, candid moment where you're doing something, by all means, I mean, let's never limit ourselves. If you have something that ended up turning out to be a funny photo, that just gave me another idea. Now I'm loving this. I might go find, and that might be funny too, because you could say, and our teacher, Ms. Roush, I could maybe go find some photo of me like back in the 1970s or 80s when I'm like a kid, and maybe I had a bad haircut or something. Like, okay, I'll make a confession here. Do you all know what a mullet haircut is?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know where this is going. So in the 5th grade, I got a haircut that was, it was parted in the middle with like we winged it back then. It was shorter on the sides and longer in the back. And we called it a bi-level haircut. As an adult, I was going through pictures several years ago and came across it, and I was a little alarmed, and I was like, oh my Lord, I had a she mullet. I had a mullet. We called it a bi-level, but as in retrospect, I look back and I had a mullet. So So anyway, and you've seen, like, sometimes celebrities will show their old photos, that are funny. So yeah, if you have, and I think that might be funny if I dug up. Oh, I just had another idea. Tell me what you think of this, and this could be for another show. What if we, and this might be better. I'm going to hold this for another show. This will be better when we get back in person, because the rest of the school, when y'all are back at Eastside, and Gabriel and Tristan know this from being there. Our school's so small, like, you get to know the whole staff, like, the bookkeeper, the custodian, just from being in our building. You recognize them, and in some cases get to know them. We could do a funny segment where we do, like, name that Eastside teacher's elementary school picture, like, where we have to, like, guess who from their, like, school picture. We did it on Instagram last, actually, I'll share that with you, because they were pretty, y'all get a kick out of this. So we did that for senior pictures, senior high school pictures. We did that last, let's see, we did that last spring, it's just trying to do something fun with, let's see, nope. Log into, where is my other Eastside account? Eastside Technical Center. And you'll get a kick out of these pictures, even if, there we go. But anyway, when we're back in person, that could be a fun one. Let's share and see if you can guess me. Okay, there are those CTE quotes I was telling y'all about. Okay, so let's go down here. Okay, look at these. You see me? Can you guess which one's me? Obviously, there are like two women right there, but so this is Mr. Howe. He still looks the same because he's only in his 20s, so he doesn't look much different. But look at that hair. This is Mr. Trusty, who teaches our collision. This is Mr. Jones, who teaches collision. There's yours truly with my nice big Texas 1980s permed hair. This is Mr. Marshall, who teaches fire. Miss Jones, one of our counselors. This is Mr. Miller, our principal. This is Dr. Jones, who teaches gaming. This is Mr. O'Hare, who teaches diesel. This is Captain Brzezinski, who's law enforcement. He still looks the same because he's relatively young, plus he hasn't changed. This is our law enforcement officer, Dalton. And then this is Miss Willis, our front desk lady. So, but I think it'd be fun if we could do like old like school pictures from like elementary school, and we could do that, like name that Eastside teacher. But anyway, so this is what I always do. I get on a tangent. So, and answer the question, if any of y'all have some funny pictures just from your own family or friends that are turned out funny that could be done as a caption, absolutely. Do that. Let me see. Let me get back to, yes. And actually, do they still do this in senior pictures for you can see Miss Jones and I both have, they're actually not dresses. They are, they're literally like a piece of fabric, and they drape them on you and clip it in the back. Do they still do that, ladies? Do you know? Well, none of y'all we don't have any senior ladies in here. I don't know.
They did that on me.
Oh, did you? You're a senior. Yeah, they did do that for you, Susie. Yeah. Okay. They look nice. They make for nice senior pictures. But okay. So stop share. So pictures. So that's our plan. Let's everybody find one photo somewhere, and then that you think would be funny to caption. Everybody find one tweet, and then when you find it, so the tweet, if you could just like screen capture it, or capture the image somehow, go ahead and do that. And then I'm going to create a folder, a Google folder. I'll put the link in under tomorrow's day. And I am going to put it in the second block class, the advanced studio production and advanced studio directing. I'll put that in everybody's second block class. So when you screen capture your tweet, and when you find your image, if you save that image to your desktops, put those tweet images and photo images in the folder that I'll put the link to. And that'll be something we can all get that done tomorrow. So we'll have that ready to go Monday. Okay. And then, so that's something everyone can do. Everyone can find the one thing, one photo, one tweet. And then Amaya is going to reach out to the entrepreneur, and we'll see if we can get that on the calendar. And if she's busy and can't do it on short notice, but y'all get it on the calendar to do it. And so on Twitter, so let's take a peek here. You do not have to let me pull out. You do not have to have a Twitter account to get on Twitter. So if you just go to Twitter and let's see. Okay, so I'm on Twitter. If you just go on Twitter and then go search Twitter, so let's just say, I'll just do Jimmy Fallon. Okay, so then it'll just pop up Jimmy Fallon. Then you can click on that, and then let's see, Jimmy Fallon. Let's see, it looks like he's done some retweeting here. So here we go. So you could just go down here and so look, there's The Rock where he did what we were just talking about, him at 15. Look how cute. So you could just go like down here and look for, and again, I probably maybe chose someone not as, here, let's look because Jimmy Fallon put some segments on there. So let's see if, who's a good, who's a good Twitter person? Here, Kanye West is trending. Let's see what he's up to. Or he's just trending. Whoops, I didn't want to. Well, I just followed that. Unfollow. What is he trending about? And that might be a good thing is see what's trending down here.
Go back.
Huh?
Go back.
Go back where?
Go back to the blue arrow right on topic. It says topic, and then it's a blue arrow. Okay. And then you see the Yee. That's where he is.
Oh, this is him?
Yes.
Official. Okay. Oh, is that what he's going by now?
He's known for Yeezy, so that's just short for the Yeezy.
Okay. Okay, so let's just see if he's said anything wacky. Doesn't look like it. Well, this isn't off to a good start, is it? You know what so let's try it this way. So let's look at well, the point is, so I'm not having much luck right now, but the point is, you don't have to have Twitter to find like tweets. So you can just go on to Twitter, and as I said, so let's see. I mean, that was getting to be a better start. Check out items I've added to my closet. You could, I mean, that's not like a real exciting tweet, but let's see. So here, I'm going to use this as an example. We wouldn't put the sweetest boy, you can tell he has the most, That is so generic that that would not be easily you know what I'm saying? So we're wanting to find someone, and again, I guess the only the most recent person who had very memorable tweets that I could think of, because again, I'm not a big Twitter, but would be you know, our last president, like, because the way he tweeted and the things he would say, like, and
He doesn't have Twitter anymore.
I know my hair. I've got one piece of hair. I look like buckwheat, not buckwheat. Who was the other one? Y'all are too old or young to know. He was in
Alfalfa.
Thank you. You didn't look at that. Where? All right.
I
like,
love the Little Rascals.
Little Rascals. Y'all know that? Look at that. Why?
Yes.
There. I'm sorry. Well, I give up. I ran a look at that, y'all. Okay. Anyway. Yeah. So I mean, you know, if you, I look so silly. So you all know, like, he his tweets, even if you saw, because he liked to put in caps a lot, so his tweets will be easily identifiable. So that's what we're talking about when you go to look for a tweet. So just find something. And again, I don't know who the big, other than him, he was sort of like the biggest tweeter. Oh, she's gorgeous. How old are her kids now? She's gorgeous. You see, I'm clearly not into pop culture. I thought her kids were all still little babies. So yeah, the person who asked, like, so again, tangent here. You don't have to be on Twitter to find tweets. Okay. So I'm going to try one more thing here and see if there's a trending. Let's see what this does. Trending on. So really just go find something. Let's see, United States. Oh my God, so here's a website, trending Twitter hashtags for the day. What's trending? Okay, so here, there's even a Twitter thing that shows what's trending. So again, hopefully that helps to just go, so you, as I said, you don't have to be on Twitter to go look for tweets. So just go on there. Here's someone, he might have some funny stuff, although we'd have to make sure it's school appropriate. Golly, I am just striking out. Everything we look at is being serious today.
Most of the wonky stuff is from, like, when they go all the way back in their Twitter is when they find horrible tweets.
Okay, so there you go. You know way more than me, obviously. Let's see. God, everyone's, oh, there's the bad word. Don't look at that. Okay, so let's leave it at this. Try to find something. Everyone can try to find something, and then if you don't, we can work, you know, because we don't have to have, 7 or 8, but I just feel like if each one of us brings one to the table, we can at least choose and hopefully find some, at least we can hopefully find a few that could be fun and funny for the show. So to wrap up, everyone's going to find one funny tweet, or at least do our best to find one. And then everyone's going to find a funny picture that we want to caption that. And then Amaya is going to reach out to the young lady who's the entrepreneur and see if we can get that on the books to get that recorded in a Zoom. And then let me go look back and see if we're tweets, captions, cooking.
Miss
Okay.
Rouse?
Yes, ma'am.
I have a very weird and crazy request.
Okay, go ahead.
But I would hate myself if I didn't request it, because then I would be sitting up with anxiety. Like, oh my gosh, I hope it's not going to happen. I hope it's not going to happen.
Oh, now you're stressing me up. I'm worried. It's coming.
I need a disclaimer because the whole class is just going to be like, ew, can she just go away? So for the funny picture, I don't know if you guys know, I have the stupidest, most horrible fear of squirrels. I am terrified. I don't know why, because they run away. If they're in the yard, I refuse to go outside. Whenever we have to buy houses, we do not buy houses with trees. We have to go to neighborhoods that don't have a lot of trees.
Wait. Stop right there. You all don't, you don't buy houses with trees?
Or
Like that's a
we cut them
criteria
down.
when y'all were buying your house?
yes, when we're looking for houses, they make sure that there's not like really huge trees in the yard. Because I've been this way my whole life. Or we'll just cut them down when we move to the house. And like I won't move into Andover because they have a lot of big dramatic trees. Like different neighborhoods, I refuse to even look at houses in. Yes. And my family supports it because it's like a whole breakdown.
Okay,
it's awful.
You have just created, because this is what I was leading into. We needed something else at the end. What if we do it at the end, what our biggest fear is segment?
Or weird fears? Yeah.
Weird fears.
That would be good.
This is an awesome segment.
Miss Roush!
Well, that's you,
Everybody
Amaya.
can laugh at my squirrel fear.
Yeah, unless you don't mind that we laugh at it, do you?
Oh, I don't mind. I laugh at myself because it's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, they're so little and harmless, but it's something about how they jitter and run around. I don't like it. And I'm starting to
No,
I don't even like the name. I don't like the name.
This would freak you out because I've got a right in front of my front window so I can sit on my sofa and look at it. I've got like one of those shepherd's hooks, and I've got the little suet cakes, the little square like things that birds pick on. And I hate squirrels. Like, I hate them because they're evil. I'm not scared of them, but they're evil. Because
they're evil.
They're evil. Everyone's out here, so no, they're evil because years ago they chewed a hole in the eaves of my mom's house, and when I was home for college, they woke me up because they were like, they were like, you want to be freaked out, Amaya? They were in our attic, and
I know they get in attics, which means I refuse.
And they chewed the lines to my mom's security system, so they had to come out and rewire it once they had to trap them. It was awful. They're evil. But
yeah,
I hate them, but they get on my suet feeder and they hang upside down, like they hang their feet from the top and then hang down and then eat on my suet, which pisses me off.
Ew.
I don't know what type of squirrels you guys have been dealing with.
I would die, Miss Roush. When I tell you, I would literally pass out.
Yeah, they make me angry. So I'm always hitting on my window. So Gabriel, you like squirrels?
Maya's gonna hate me here, but my neighborhood is full of squirrels, and we've never had problems.
Please, the name makes me cringe.
All right, we're gonna
chipmunks.
But
the weird thing is, I love Alvin and the Chipmunks. Love them.
Well, he's a chipmunk. He's not a squirrel.
But I don't like that in real life either. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see the family. Just throw away the whole family.
They are now. They're destructive because they build little holes like. But they are cute.
I haven't seen it cute. Well, I was in my mom's Airbnb thing. She was managing Airbnbs for this apartment, and I was sitting in the car and I saw a little itty bitty chipmunk. It is the cutest thing I've ever seen.
They are.
Now, I've never seen a chipmunk that cute because I've seen them before, and I was like, no, not you. But it looked like a little cartoon. It was a cute. Yeah, they're looking at it. Anyway, I was so proud of myself.
So, okay, so we're adding that segment. So everybody come Monday with their weird fears. So Maya, we got on a tangent. What was your request going to be though?
Please, if we could refrain from pictures of squirrels, I would just absolutely just love you forever, because I will sit there and pass out. I'll be on my segment still scared about the squirrel.
Okay. Well, we know if we for some reason want to scare her, we know what to do. We're going to kidnap her, we're going to put her in a car, and we're going to drive her to Gabriel's house.
They're not. The squirrels aren't out this time of year though.
Well,
because
but
it's
when
winter.
they are, we'll take her. Or
Oh my gosh, I saw one and I was like, ew, go hibernate or something.
yeah, I don't, again, I'm not afraid, but they are evil. I don't like, and then
I'm
too,
usually fine in the car. I just don't like to look at them, but
Yeah.
I still jump.
they're like suicidal because they like literally dart into traffic.
Ew, I hate it.
No,
It
they
is
do.
so
It's like-
close in view.
They wait and then they're like, "Shh." And I'm like, what's your deal? Okay, I love that. I'm adding that for our final thing is like weird fears. So, or just any fears, because some people do have strange fears. Like I'm trying to think. I don't know that I have any weird. I mean, I have a fear. Like my biggest fear, like fire scares me. And so I've always like if like that I've always like got more so when I lived in an apartment for years because you're in an apartment and that always scared me and I was like, all right, I'd run and I always had this plan, like I'd go and get all my photo albums because you can't replace photos. But I'll have to think of how weird, or we could call it weird. Another, because okay, we could call it weird fears or pet peeves. I have more pet peeves. I do have pet peeves. So I have two, and one of them is you're gonna think I'm old fashioned, and like our attendance clerk, Miss Willis, gets on me all the time because she's like, Michelle, that's not a thing anymore. But there used to be this thing. And again, it's not so much anymore, but it just is to me of you're not supposed to wear white shoes and carry white purses, or like men wear or women wear white pants after Labor Day, and then you're not supposed to wear them again until Easter. And it's kind of like old school, but like my mom, grew up that way. So I grew up that way. So to this day, like if I see someone wearing like white pants or white shoes after Labor Day, I'm like, I'm not supposed to do that. I don't tell them obviously to their face. But then my other one, and this is my big one, and it makes me angry. It is the thank you wave. If I let you in traffic and I don't get the quick thank you wave, like I'm like, you're welcome in my car. That's what I do because I'm like, you can't give me a thank you wave. Like it takes this long. Like it pisses me off, like badly. So, and some people might think that's weird, but it really does anger me. And I do. I look at the car. I'm like, yeah, welcome. So we could do that. Like if everyone didn't have a weird fear, we could have like weird pet peeves.
We can do the pet peeves because I can tie in a pet peeve with my fear because I hate when people like know I'm scared of them, but they're gonna send them to my text a picture to me. Oh, that pisses me off. Why would you do that? That's not funny to me. That is not funny. Like I'm ready to fight. Why would you send that to me?
So this is serious.
It is so serious.
Okay, one last question on that. Yes, you may, Ethan. Yes, you may. Absolutely. Is there a reason you developed this phobia? Like, did a squirrel attack you as a child, or?
I don't know. I asked my mom because I've literally always been like this because my elementary school was right in the middle of them. And I would be the only kid, like all the kids would be like, oh, look, yay! And I would be running the other way, like, crying inside.
That's hilarious. All right. Well, we just found our closing segment that we can have because we've obviously just sat here and had like a 9-minute discussion on it, and it's funny. So, so everyone, that's what we're going to do. We're all going to come to the table with our screenshots and or photos, and with your own personal. Or if you even have a family member, let's say it's not you, but you could be like, oh, well, my mom is, afraid of, snakes or whatever. So just be thinking of that and then come. So as I said, if you already find the stuff and screenshot it and have the photo and then the screenshot of a tweet, I'll go ahead and make it right now when we get off this chat here in a second, the Zoom, and I'll put it under tomorrow's, under the Friday for your second block class, the studio classes. So look for it there. But anyway, I'd like to have it no later than Monday. So when we come together Monday, we can kind of group, see what we've got ready to go, and then make our plans to record it. Okay? This is going to be a fun show. It's going to be so much more fun when we're in person and we're actually like sitting around. But this is still going to be fun. Okay, so are there any other questions or contributions? Okay, so I hope you all see that just by chatting that we ended up finding that final segment. So that's how this stuff works. It evolves and it grows. So that's great. Last but not least, and I already kind of mentioned it to a few of you who were already here. Those of you who I did not get your Valentine's treats delivered to yet, I had started out, well, I did a couple, I think of Maya and Tyrone. I did on Valentine's Day, and then we got all the snow, and then I got some done yesterday. So I might try to get out later this afternoon, and when I'm done with my last class, we'll see how the day goes. But otherwise, if I don't pop in late today, I'll definitely swing by tomorrow. So if you are someone who did not get your Valentine treat yet, I will be coming today or tomorrow. And then, yeah, Ethan, so this is what stinks. So yes, we're going back. Does anyone remember off the top of their head what day y'all are going back to high school?
March 15th.
March 15th, Ethan. The bad news, Ethan, before you write that on your calendar.
I have a question.
Yeah, let me finish answering Ethan's. Is Ethan, we do not have enough bus drivers right now. So they are doing well to get everybody to their home high schools. So we're still going to be Zooming. So at least for the week of the 15th. Now, I mean, that's like 3 weeks or whatever away, or 2.5 weeks. So they have upped the salary. They have been advertising for it. They are trying their hardest to get more bus drivers. So for right now, the week of the 15th, when everyone comes back, we're still going to Zoom because they just don't have a way to get everybody to school. I've already put in a request asking them to find out if people who have their own transportation, if they could come over. I'm waiting on a response on that. Obviously that'd be harder for out of county, but I'm trying to find out. It's not, the preliminary answer was not too optimistic because they didn't want it to be like some kids feel like, oh, well, they get to come because they have transportation and I'm being not punished, but they're going to be sad that they don't get to come if they don't have transportation. So not feeling real optimistic about that, but I'm going to feel optimistic that hopefully between now and the 15th that we'll get that resolved. So that's kind of a stay tuned, but the good news is we're at least getting back in school. So that's a start. And then we'll figure out the logistics. So Susie, what was your question?
Are we coming back on March 1st?
No, yeah, that's what we were just talking about. You will go back to your home high school on March 15th, Susie.
Because I heard say that we are coming back in person of March 1st.
No, I think that's when the middle school kids start coming back. Although Susie, well, hold on, Susie, it might be the 9th and 12th graders. I think you're right. Gabriel, that doesn't affect you with your classes.
I was about to ask about that since I do online school
and
Eastside. So would I just come back when Eastside is back in session?
Yeah, I forgot that didn't affect you. So Susie, I'm going to have to go back and look at the module. You might be, I'll have to go back because I know they did. I forgot they phased it. So it was 9th and 12th graders. So yours might be, well, let's just take a quick peek.
It's March 8th for 9th and 12th graders.
Thank you. You beat me. Thank you. March 8th, Susie.
Oh, okay.
March 8th for you. And then for Amaya, 10th and 11th graders, then come back the 15th. So you get to come back a week earlier. Thank you, Amaya, for looking that up for us. All right, y'all. Do you have anything else?
I'm going to add, since you're going to be coming by either today or tomorrow to drop off treats, there is a bit of construction at my house where they're putting on new siding. Since I live in a townhouse area, they're putting up new siding this week.
Okay.
So they'll probably still be doing that today, maybe tomorrow.
Okay.
So
but you can.
As of now, I've been serenaded by hammers during this entire meeting. So.
Okay, but I can still get in.
I think so.
Okay. Thanks for the heads up. The 15th. Oh, you're going back on the 15th full time as well, Ethan? Oh, okay, cool. Great. Okay, well then I'm hoping, and hopefully you all, have you heard anything, Ethan, about any bus driver shortages in your county? Okay, good. That's good. It may be because they, all are smaller and have fewer schools to get kids to. So, good. That's good. So y'all hopefully are in good shape once we're ready to get y'all over to us. So, let's just keep our fingers crossed. And again, that might change between now and the 15th, if they get enough drivers. So, but I know they're trying. They've been advertising it, and I even shared one of the ads on our Facebook. If someone's in need of a part-time job, I mean, they upped the salary to just under $18 an hour. So, that's not bad for a part-time job, for people out there. So I'm hoping that some people will respond to it. So, all right, y'all. We'll just look for, if you go ahead and get those screenshots and photos, look for the full Google folder to drop them in under tomorrow's module, and then in your second block classes. And then otherwise, we will just regroup on Monday and get this put together. I think it's going to be fun. I think this is going to be a fun little show. So anything else?